What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We have a couple of game 7s today, and we also have the Rockets rebuild to do because we all know the Houston Rockets lost yesterday. There would have been 3 game 7s, or they lost Friday, not yesterday, but there would have been 3 game 7s, but they unfortunately lost. I think the Rockets should have at least gotten one of those games. There's really no excuse for that. Kevin Durant was out for that last few last 2 quarters of the or the quarter and a half, I guess I should say. And then you have they just didn't beat the Warriors when Curry had 0 at halftime. It was just pretty wild. But I don't think the Rockets played their best basketball in either of those games, and I really don't think there's the argument or the idea that the Rockets should just fire Mike D'Antoni and go somewhere else. Now, a lot of people are saying Mike's system does not work, but I have an argument to that, is that yeah, if it's going against the Warriors, they were one game away, one Chris Paul away from beating them last year, and maybe you could argue that his system just doesn't work against the Golden State Warriors, and it never will. But we all know there's a huge chance that the Warriors might split up this offseason, and if they do, the Rockets could be in pretty good shape. Now, the unfortunate part is that Chris Paul's not getting any younger, so that sucks for them. But I don't know, man. I don't know what we're gonna do with that Chris Paul contract. Later down the line, it's gonna look absolutely dreadful. I have no idea what they're gonna do with it. But anyway, we're just gonna go ahead and rebuild the Rockets today, and I think I'm gonna probably try to trade almost everybody besides James Harden today. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to reconstruct this team, and I don't want them to do this in real life. Don't get me wrong, but you guys kind of voted for me to blow it up. So that's what I'm going to do. Clint Capella was just kind of played off the floor. Just has no type of offensive game. All he does is catch lobs and dunks. That's all he can really do. Just not really a post scorer, shooter, nothing. So that's the unfortunate part about Clint Capella's game. But I don't think we have a draft pick, so we don't need to worry about that, because I think Cleveland has it because of that Iman Shumpert trade, I believe, or it could be something else. I'm not going to fire Mike D'Antoni. I'm going to keep him. What is his system anyway? I got to look at that. I know what it is in real life, but let's see. We got Randy Martin is an A- trainer, so let me go ahead and get him. That way I have untapped potentials, head scout. Let's get Don Carter, sign him up, and we'll go ahead and leave the rest of the staff the same. Actually, let's fire him and let's get Tony Peterson, because he's always a pretty good assistant coach, and we'll sign him up. Now let me look at something. He is 7 seconds. Okay. I wasn't sure. So when we go to the NBA draft, like I said, we don't have a draft pick. So, I mean, we could trade into the draft potentially, but I don't know. Chris Paul, like I said, I think I'm going to try to trade literally everybody today besides James Harden. Just reconstruct this team altogether. This isn't going to be realistic by any means because Chris Paul's contract, I really don't think there is a team that will take that, man. I really don't. You're going to have to find a team that's really desperate, and you're probably going to have to throw in 2 first-round picks to get rid of it. So I'm just going to look, and I know in real life they might not be able to get rid of Chris Paul. And Dinwiddie, Joe Harris was looking like a decent trade. Oladipo, Drew Holiday, Kyle Lowry. I really don't like any of these trades, to be honest. Mohamed Bamba, Dinwiddie, Oladipo. Let me try to go for Mike Conley. I really don't like the idea of Mike Conley, though. Bielitsa and Buddy Hield. I get Buddy Hield a lot, so I won't do that. I like the idea of Bam Adebayo, but I don't know I mean, Chris Paul is 34 years old, and we're getting rid of his contract. So, Bam Adebayo could be our future starting center. If that's what we want to do, go that route. Mohamed Bamba could be too, though. We got him last video, so I don't know. Dinwiddie and Joe Harris is looking like a really good trade, though. Conley, Landry Shamet, Montrezl Harrell. Bring those 2 back. I think Montrezl Harrell's from the Rockets. Landry Shamet, I think, was he the draft pick from the Rockets or not? I don't think he was. Bam Adebayo. I guess we could wait till after the draft. I would rather get a draft pick for Chris Paul if we could. I mean, it's probably not possible, but let's see. The Heat have the 12th pick. Could we get the 12th pick and you give me Bam Adebayo for Chris Paul? Could we do that? I would do this. I'd be so down. Second round, 2 seconds. They want to give me Kelly Olynyk as well. I really don't want Kelly Olynyk's contract, to be honest with you. So let me try to throw in another future first that I will never even cross paths with in this video. And they agree. So we get Bam Adebayo in a first round pick. Pretty decent value. I mean, Chris Paul's contract is huge, so you really can't expect a lot coming out of that trade. So let's go ahead and see what we can get at the 12th pick real quick, and hopefully it's something good here. So we got Jarrett Culver, who I think makes a lot of sense here. Romero Langford, Keldon Johnson, Hachimura, Kevin Porter Jr., Jarrett Culver's here, and I'm going to go ahead and draft him out of Texas Tech. We could probably have him come off the bench, or we could, so Chris Paul, and we got Jarrett Culver. Chris Paul for Jarrett Culver and Bam Adebayo. On that big contract, I think that's a pretty good value. So player options, Nene accepts his, Daniel House. Bro's going to let everybody go, guys. Like I said, this team's going to look completely different after this offseason. So I want to get as much money as possible for this free agency period. I really do. I really want to be aggressive in this free agency because this is a good free agency. So I'm going to renounce everybody, to be honest. So we have $17 million. That's going to change. Clint Capella's contract got to go too. So let's go ahead and see if we can trade him since we got Bam Adebayo now on a cheaper deal. Let's see what we can get for Clint Capella. Wendell Carter Jr., 2 first-round picks from the Clippers, 2020 and 2021. I actually might come back to that trade. Mike Conley, Mitch Robinson, Brandon Ingram, Mohamed Bamba, Tim Hardaway, Joe Harris, and Michael Porter Jr. I do like the idea of getting Michael Porter, actually. First-round pick in Jahlil Okafor, Serge Ibaka, TJ Warren, Steven Adams. I've never gotten Michael Porter Jr. in a video. Robert Covington would make a lot of sense for this team, too, but I actually might go different here and get Michael Porter Jr. That is something I've never done. We're going to do this. We're going to get Michael Porter Jr. For Clint Capella. Clint Capella could be like the starting center for the Nuggets, and maybe Nikola Jokic could play the power forward. I don't know. That might be a little too weird. But Eric Gordon, he goes down in overall so bad after this season. So I'm going to go ahead and trade him as well. Try to get rid of him while he's still a 77 overall. I would literally take like a first round or just like any pick for him. Mitchell Robinson, we can have Mitchell Robinson off the bench. Allen Crabbe. You guys are just slowly seeing me tear apart these Houston Rockets, which like I said, I don't think they have to do this in real life. It's not like they need to do this. I just am doing it. First round pick from the Hawks, top 3 protected. If it might be a lottery pick next year, so you know what, we're gonna do this as well, and we get Deontay Davis, who really doesn't matter, but top 3 protected first round pick, we'll do it. Hopefully they don't land in the top 3. So we have our 2 first round picks next year now. And then PJ Tucker as well. He does go down in overall also. So I might as well get rid of him too. I know PJ Tucker's the heart and soul of the Rockets. But like I said, he goes down in overall like crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and trade him as well. First round pick from the Clippers. 2020 pick from the Jazz, but it's lottery protected. 2021 pick. First round swap works with the Rockets. Mason Plumlee, Jahlil Okafor. First round 2021 first round pick from the Pistons. 2023, 2022. So I think I might take a 2021 pick, and we get Rodney McGruder here from the Clippers. So we'll do that. So we have 4 first round picks over the next 2 years, I believe, which is looking good. So that's cool. All right, now when we look at our money situation, we got $52 million to do whatever we want with. So that is looking good. Now when we look at the team, we have no point guard. We have James Harden and Jarrett Culver, which I'm comfortable with having Jarrett Culver off the bench because he was a very successful 6-man in previous videos. I'm actually comfortable with starting Michael Porter Jr. at that small forward spot. Power forward needs an upgrade, and center spot, obviously, we need to do something with. So let's see what we got at our out here. So we got Kemba Walker, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard. Could we like land like Kawhi Leonard or some crazy like that? That'd actually be pretty insane. Jimmy Butler versus against Klay Thompson. I think Klay Thompson would make a lot of sense for the Rockets because, you know, James Harden has the ball in his hands a lot. But I do like the idea of Kyrie Irving. The only reason I kind of refrained from that is because I just had him, obviously. But pairing up Kevin Durant with, or Tobias Harris would be cool too. Pairing up Kevin Durant with James Harden would be kind of deadly. Kawhi would be also pretty deadly. Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving. But, you know, James Harden does have the ball in his hands a lot. So I don't know if I want to go for any of these, like, real big superstars. So, Tobias Harris, Chris Middleton. You know what? We're going to get Kevin Durant or Kyrie Irving here. I'm going to try for it. We're going to see what happens. I'm not saying that they're going to accept, but we're going to try for one of them. And let's see if we get one of them here. Hopefully we can. Kyrie Irving or Kevin Durant would be absolutely just extraordinary. Kawhi Leonard, I would get him, but 6'7". Actually, really don't want to play him at the power forward if because that's the only way I could play him. Jimmy Butler, I know they were very interested in Jimmy Butler at one point. Kristaps Porzingis. Klay Thompson makes sense too for me, but you know, I guess we could have Harden the point guard and Klay Thompson the shooting guard. Kemba Walker, actually, not a bad trade, not a bad player at all either. We can get Kemba Walker. Cousins, Tobias Harris would make sense at that power forward spot. Speaking of power forward, let me try to get Mirotic or Marcus Morris Sr., who's a little bit cheaper actually. We've used all of our offers for today, so we literally can choose from any of these guys. And I'm gonna choose Kevin Durant, obviously. So we'll choose Kevin Durant, and then we'll try to get. Where is Marcus Morris Sr.? He's gone now, so let me try to get Nikola Mirotic at that power forward spot. We can sign them both up, and we get Kevin Durant and Nikola Mirotic. So looking pretty good here now. And Kevin Durant will most likely play. Actually, he'll probably play starting small forward. Michael Porter Jr. come off the bench. So point guard is a huge hole though now. So I probably should have been smarter about that. Beverly, bring him back to Houston. Isaiah Thomas, Austin Rivers. Shadow, Rondo, D'Lo, Derrick Rose. Could we afford Derrick Rose? No. What about Darren Collison is the best point guard we have available. Maybe I should have signed Kyrie Irving since I got Nikola Mirotic. Moutier, Bobby Portis. Let me see if there's anything we can do. Let's try for Rodney McGruder and Deontay Davis. Could they give me like just a point guard I could develop? A Kobo. I mean, I could start sending him to the G League, and we can start developing him. So we'll do that. We'll get a Kobo real quick, and I give us $8 million. That's probably not going to make a huge difference, but I guess we could just play. Yeah, we could play James Harden at the point guard and get a better shooting guard. We'll do that. Danny Green makes sense. Avery Bradley makes sense. J.R. Smith. Any of these shooting guards make sense, but J.J. Redick, just because he's the best one out here, I'm gonna go ahead and sign him up. And now James Harden will probably play point guard. JJ Redick and Jarrett Culver around the shooting guard. Small forward spots are looking good. Now I just need a backup center, and I'll call this offseason good. So I will take Fareed off the bench because he was pretty decent here. So that should be it, guys. We'll go ahead and check out the rotation together. Definitely a different kind of approach this offseason. Getting Kevin Durant's kind of wild. I know that you guys probably didn't expect that when you clicked on this video, but I just kind of wanted to try something different. I wanted to blow up the Houston Rockets and go for something different, right? So like I said, this wasn't a realistic rebuild. I warned you guys in the beginning, so please don't say that's not realistic, because I know it's not. I know it's not. So let's go ahead and load a 2020 draft class. Like I said, we have 4 first-round picks over the next 2 years. Hopefully Kevin Durant and James Harden together can get it done. On tap potential, let's go ahead and give this to we have a nice mix of young players as well now. So we have Michael Porter Jr. and Jarrett Culver here, who I think could be the future of Houston. And then let's go ahead and give this last one to Bam Adebayo, who also could be the future of Houston. So I really like this. Rondo, they signed Rondo, which I do like the idea of Rondo, honestly. So let me see. Rondo, James Harden, Kevin Durant, Nikola Mirotic, Bam Adebayo. Now, the problem with Rondo is he just doesn't really fit the way I want to play. So actually, Rondo, my man, you're going to have to... James Harden's going to run point guard. He just is. I mean, he ran point guard before. He's going to do it again. So Rondo, I don't mind Rondo maybe getting some minutes here, but it would probably be at the bottom. So let's give Rondo about 8. And then let's give James Harden 38, JJ Redick 30, Kevin Durant 38 as well, and Mirotic 28. Go with that. And Michael Porter Jr., I want to get him some minutes as well, and Jarrett Culver, of course, as well. So I'm gonna try to take some more minutes. JJ Redick maybe about 29, and we'll give Jarrett Culver 26 minutes. So we'll roll with that. We'll see how this season goes with the rotation that we got now, and I really like this team. I think it's looking good. Our system proficiency is at a 4-star rating still, 7 seconds. So let's see how this team does, and hopefully we can win a championship this first season, maybe. Kevin Durant's still on the roster. James Harden wins MVP. We have John Morant winning Rookie of the Year, which is kind of shocking because it's usually Zion. Aaron Gordon's your 6th man. Giannis Antetokounmpo is your Defensive Player of the Year. Aiden is your Most Improved, and Brett Brown is your Coach of the Year. And yeah, that's pretty cool. So All-NBA first team as followed, and we got All-NBA second team for Kevin Durant, All-NBA third team. John Morant was on the All-NBA third team, so looking pretty good there. And we are the first seed in the Western Conference at a 57-25 record. And the Miami Heat did not make the playoffs with Chris Paul. And the Hawks didn't make the playoffs either. Hopefully they aren't the worst team, though, in the NBA. Because if they aren't, yes, guys. So we might get a lottery pick this upcoming draft, which is awesome. And the Miami Heat were 31-51. It's not looking too good. Dwayne Wade was still there, but unfortunately, it just didn't all pan together. They have Dennis Schroeder now as well, so that's pretty. Their bench looks pretty good, but this didn't work out. So we are facing the Portland Trailblazers in the first round. Let's go ahead and see these players' stats real quick. 29 points from James Harden, 26.8 from Kevin Durant. So plenty of scoring. Michael Porter Jr. had 13 off the bench. Nikola Mirotic had 13, and JJ Redick had 11.5. Jarrett Culver with 10 off the bench, and Bam Adebayo with 8 and 8. So not too bad in a blocky game. That's pretty cool. We could probably, like I said, if Bam Adebayo could probably slide to the bench in those closing lineups, and then Kevin Durant could probably play center, to be honest. Just how good or how tall he is. So, similarly, current round against the Portland Trailblazers. My Portland Trailblazers, who are facing the Nuggets in Game 7 today. Ah, man. Really nervous, guys. Really nervous. I really want to see them go far. If they are able to make it to the Western Conference Finals, I won't be disappointed if they lose there, because, I mean, it is the Warriors. And we all know what the Warriors are all about. So now we're facing the Los Angeles Lakers. And we're up 1-0 to start. Up 2-0. Can we go up 3-0? No, 2-1. 3-1 for us. And just like that, we win in 5 games. Okay, so let's go ahead and simulate current round against the Denver Nuggets now. We're up 1-0. They even it up. 2-1. We go up 3-1. No. 3-2. 3-3, and they win in 7 games. So, wow. Okay, we can eliminate this first year. That sucks. I didn't really expect that. So, 2-1, 3-1, and the Toronto Raptors win the championship. So, let's run it back, right, guys? So, like I said, we're going to have another draft pick or 2 draft picks this year. So, let's see what we could get. So, the Rockets, we get the 6th pick via Atlanta. Hopefully, they don't jump up all the way to number 3, because that would annoy me. And we get the 8th pick from the Atlanta Hawks. So that's actually pretty cool. We traded Eric Gordon for the 8th pick. Pretty good value, right? And then we have the 28th pick as well later in the draft. Staff signing Mike D'Antoni. I kind of want to bring him back, but I like the idea of pace and space as well. So we're going to go with Michael Stauffer. Sign him up. And then let's get this guy for our CFO. And we have a really good staff now. So I really like that. So now for the NBA draft. So we have the 8th pick overall, which I think this 8th pick could actually get us something a little bit different out here. So let's see. I think we could trade JJ Redick, because I think I might like starting Jarrett Culver next year. Or I might actually be able to get a better shooting guard. So 8th pick, and let's see what we get. So we get 2 offers in Jeremy Lamb. That's it. So never mind, I won't do that. Mirotic as well. Okay, what about if we traded Nikola Mirotic and JJ Redick? Straight up. Jordan Clarkson, Kelly Oubre, Bojan Bogdanovic. Yeah, not too great of offers. So let's just go ahead and jump in here and draft somebody. Or, like I said, we could maybe trade this pick straight up. See what that could get us. I don't think it's going to get us too much, but let's see what it can get us out there. Jackson Hayes, Keldon Johnson, Nerlens Noel on a first-round pick, Scotty Lewis, first-round pick, and the Hornets' 11th pick. I might actually do that. RJ Hampton. But we have to trade Nikola Mirotic, which I don't really want to do. But I like the idea of getting RJ Hampton, to be honest. Because then we can move James Harden back to the point guard. Actually, so who's available on this right now? Theo Madelon, Vernon Carey Jr. Actually, yeah, I'm going to look to trade this pick. I know I could take Nico Mannion, or whatever his name is. I don't even know who that is, to be honest. So maybe that isn't even a good player. So I like the idea of either trading down and getting the 11th pick. But I like this trade a little bit more. We get RJ Hampton. So, Jalen Brunson. But I don't want to trade Nikola Mirotic. I'd rather trade JJ Redick. So, let's see if they would take this instead. And I'll give you a 2nd round pick. And they just want my future 2024 first. And Houston top 3 protected. I'll probably lose out on that 1st round pick. But they give us a backup center, Rashawn Holmes. It actually is a pretty decent trade. We'll do this trade, I guess. I really don't want to trade my 1st round picks, though. Rashawn Holmes. I really don't need Rashawn Holmes. So 2024 unprotected. And let's see if they just take that. Okay. Not my 2021. I'll give you my 2022 since we'll never use it. Okay. They still want my 2021 really badly. So, let's go back to the original trade. And I guess I really don't want to trade Mary. So maybe I won't say I guess. I'll give you my 2021 unprotected pick since you're wanting to be so stubborn about it. They want my 2024 as well. Okay, whatever. I will do this. Like I said, we have somebody else's first round pick, so we'll do that trade. And then we'll send to the end here. And let's see who the Rockets draft, or who they draft for me at the end at 28. I don't even know who that is, but probably won't sign him, honestly. RJ Hampton, accept him. Player options: Bam Adebayo, Michael Porter Jr., Okobo. Qualifying offers: Ray Spalding and Daniel House. Then for moratorium day, I don't think we have any big time free agents. I really don't think so. Negative $11.32 million. No, not really. So we could really just run the same rotation, to be honest, couldn't we? So probably what we'll do. Let's go ahead and just simulate another season. Let's see how this team does, and I'll see you guys at the end of the next season. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the playoffs. 59-23. We won 2 more games than we did last year. Here are your player stats. So let's look at those real quick. We have 24 points from James Harden, 22, 15 points from Michael Porter Jr., and RJ Hampton had 12.8 and about 6 assists a game. So not too bad. Mirotic at 11 and Culver with 10 off the bench. Bam Adebayo did an 8-8 kind of season. Well, stats look pretty much the same. Jalen Brunson, 8 points off the bench. Rashawn Holmes with 5 points. So let's see if we can beat the Utah Jazz in the first round. I'm really expecting to win a championship this year, guys. I really expect this team to put it all together. And the Jazz are up 2-1 on us, 3-1. Please don't lose to the Jazz. And holy crap. Wow. Okay, so who do the Jazz have? No one really. It's just okay. So I guess I'll run it back. Another season. Really like this team we have a lot. It's going to develop a little bit more with all the rookies we have. So, yeah, I'll run it back one more time. Hopefully, we actually win a championship. This very last season, Jarrett Culver is your 6th man of the year. Looking pretty good there. Jamal Murray is your most improved. And we got Michael Stauffer winning Coach of the Year at 58-24. So, we pretty much have stayed around the same record. Now it's time to put it all together and actually win this thing, right? So, let's not get eliminated in the first round by the Pelicans. We got player stats here. We got 24 points, 22. So really the stats look somewhat the same. RJ Hampton developed his scoring a little bit more. Other than that, it looks somewhat the same. Let's simulate going around against these Pelicans. Let's hope we don't blow it in the first round, because that was annoying last year's. And we're not facing the Jazz, so we're facing the Pelicans, and we sweep the Pelicans. Now we're facing the Thunder, and let's see if we can beat the Thunder. And let's go ahead and see if we can do that. We're up 1-0, up 2-0, up 3-0, and just like that, can we sweep the Thunder? No. We're not blowing a 3-0 lead, right? Not blowing a 3-0 lead, right? Okay, so we're on to a game 6. Let's see if we can actually beat the Denver Nuggets this time. We're up 1-0 to start. 2-0. Can we go up 3-0? We do. Can we sweep the Nuggets? 3-1, 3-2. Please do not blow a 3-0 lead. Please do. Okay. 2K is scaring me here, but we are facing our Philadelphia 76ers now. We're up 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, and just like that, guys, 4-1. We win a championship. That's how the video is going to end. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Of course, subscribe if you haven't already. But this is Crushables, and I'm saying peace.